Hello and welcome. Please take a deep, slow breath in and let it out gently. Tonight we are going to explore the quiet, invisible force that connects everything in the universe. We're going to talk about gravity. But before we begin our journey into the cosmos, please take just a small, gentle moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more peaceful nights and quiet moments for everyone. Thank you so much. Now it is time to let go of the day. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Feel the weight of your body sinking softly into the mattress beneath you. That feeling of weight, that gentle, persistent pull, is gravity. It is the earth holding you close, keeping you safe, and anchoring you to this moment. There is nothing else you need to do right now. There is nowhere else you need to be. Just breathe. Let your muscles relax from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. The universe is incredibly vast and beautifully calm, and tonight we are going to slowly drift through it together. We will explore soothing truths about the fabric of space and the subtle forces that guide the stars. Let the words wash over you. You do not need to remember any of this. Just let the sound of these gentle facts guide you down, deeper and deeper, into a restful, restorative sleep. Gravity is the invisible thread woven through the universe, holding all things together in a quiet, eternal embrace. Every object with mass, no matter how small, has its own gentle gravitational pull, reaching out into the dark. The earth is constantly pulling you downward, like a soft, comforting hug, ensuring you never drift away. Long ago, Isaac Newton realized that the exact same force that causes an apple to fall softly to the grass also keeps the moon in the sky. Gravity is not just a pull, it is a shape. It is the gentle curving of space itself. Imagine a soft, heavy blanket stretched out in the dark. That is space-time, the fabric of our universe. When a star rests on this blanket, it creates a deep, smooth curve, drawing nearby planets into a slow, circular dance. The sun is so massive it creates a wide, sloping valley in space, and the Earth rolls along its edge, year after year. Because of gravity, the moon and the Earth are locked in a quiet, endless waltz, spinning slowly through the dark. The moon's gravity reaches out and touches the Earth's oceans, creating the rhythmic, breathing motion of the tides. Every time the tide pulls back from the shore, it is answering the soft, silent call of the moon. And as the tide rises again, sweeping over the sand, it hums a lullaby that has lasted for billions of years. Gravity travels at the exact same speed as light. It moves quietly across the universe at 186,000 miles per second. If the sun were to suddenly disappear, we would continue to orbit an empty space for 8 calm minutes before the Earth was gently released. Even you have a gravitational pull. You are quietly drawing the objects in your room toward you, though the force is too soft to feel. Gravity is the weakest of the 4 fundamental forces of nature. It is subtle, patient, and perfectly balanced. A small magnet can pick up a paperclip, temporarily overcoming the gravitational pull of the entire Earth. But across vast, empty distances, gravity is the only force that matters, slowly gathering dust and gas to build the stars. Millions of years ago, a drifting cloud of cold gas felt the gentle tug of its own gravity and slowly collapsed to form our warm sun. Every star in the night sky was born from a quiet, patient gathering of matter guided by gravity. The Earth is not perfectly round, it is slightly wider at the middle, causing gravity to feel just a tiny bit softer at the equator. If you were to stand exactly at the North Pole, you would weigh a fraction of an ounce more than you do right now. Satellites orbiting the Earth gently rise and fall as they pass over these hidden, dense places. Astronauts floating in the International Space Station are not truly free from gravity. They are simply falling together in a slow, endless curve around the Earth. This continuous free fall creates a peaceful state of weightlessness, where even water forms perfectly round floating spheres. When astronauts sleep in space, they must softly tether themselves to the walls so they do not drift peacefully away in the night. Without gravity to pull fluids downward, an astronaut's face becomes softly rounded and their spine gently stretches, making them a little taller. Gravity is the reason the Earth has an atmosphere. It silently holds the air we breathe, keeping it from floating off into the cold void. The heavier a gas is, the closer gravity holds it to the ground. That is why the air is thick and comforting down here, where we sleep. High up on the peaks of mountains, the air is thin because gravity's hold is just a little bit weaker up there in the quiet cold. Albert Einstein discovered that gravity is completely intertwined with time. Where gravity is strong, time passes more slowly. If you were to live on the very top of a tall mountain, you would age a tiny fraction of a second faster than someone living quietly by the sea. Your feet, being closer to the center of the Earth, are moving through time just a fraction slower than your head. The gravity on Mars is only about 1/3 as strong as the gravity on Earth. If you walked on the rusty red surface of Mars, every step would feel incredibly light and effortless, as if you were walking in a dream. The Moon's gravity is even softer. It is only 1/6 of the Earth's pull. When the Apollo astronauts walked on the Moon, they moved in slow, graceful bounds, floating through the silent, dusty landscape. Jupiter is a massive, swirling giant. Its gravity is so strong, it pulls in stray comets and asteroids, keeping the rest of the solar system safe. Jupiter acts like a quiet, distant guardian, silently sweeping up debris in the dark, so the Earth can continue to sleep in peace. Venus has a gravitational pull that is almost identical to our own. If you stood on its surface, your weight would feel beautifully familiar. At the very center of the Earth, gravity pulls equally from every direction, leaving you perfectly weightless, cradled in the core. The deeper you go into the Earth, the less gravity you feel pulling you down, because so much of the planet's mass is now resting gently above you. Black holes are places where the fabric of space is pulled so deeply that it forms a quiet, bottomless well. In the presence of a black hole's gravity, time stretches out, slowing down to a beautifully calm, eternal stillness. If you were to watch a clock fall toward a black hole, the hands would tick slower, eventually stopping altogether. Despite their mystery, black holes do not wander the universe eating stars. They just sit quietly, holding their surroundings in a firm, steady orbit. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, slowly rotates around a peaceful, supermassive black hole hidden deep in the center of the star field. Gravity is the reason planets form into spheres. It pulls every edge and every mountain slowly toward the center, smoothing things out over billions of years. Asteroids that are too small do not have enough gravity to become round. They drift through space like calm, misshapen stones. There are rogue planets drifting through the dark, completely alone, unattached to any star, guided only by the gentle tug of the wider galaxy. When two massive stars collide, they send out gravitational waves, invisible ripples in space that wash quietly across the universe. These gravitational ripples pass straight through the Earth and straight through you, stretching and squeezing space by an amount smaller than a single atom. You are constantly being bathed in a soft, invisible sea of gravitational waves from distant, ancient galaxies. Gravity works at an infinite distance. The Earth is gently pulling on the farthest stars, and those stars are gently pulling back. Because of this, you are physically connected to every single star, planet, and speck of dust in the entire universe. In the early universe, gravity was the quiet architect, pulling invisible dark matter into a vast, intricate web. Galaxies formed along the glowing threads of this cosmic web, strung like dewdrops on a spider's silk in the morning sun. The spaces between these threads are massive, empty voids where gravity is incredibly weak and silence is absolute. Our galaxy is currently falling softly toward the Andromeda Galaxy, drawn together by a mutual slow-motion gravitational embrace. Billions of years from now, our two galaxies will pass through one another, their stars dancing together in a quiet, harmless display. Because the space between stars is so incredibly vast, no stars will actually collide during this slow, beautiful merging. Gravity is completely invisible, and yet it is the painter that designs the shape of every spiral galaxy in the night sky. The arms of a spiral galaxy are formed by slow, gravitational traffic jams where gas and stars gather and glow. Without gravity, there would be no heat in the center of stars, and the universe would be forever dark and forever cold. When a star runs out of fuel, gravity gently takes over, pulling the star inward until it rests as a quiet, glowing white dwarf. A white dwarf star is so dense that a single teaspoon of its material would weigh as much as an entire mountain. If you dropped a feather and a heavy iron hammer on the moon, they would fall at the exact same slow, graceful speed. This is because gravity accelerates all objects perfectly equally, regardless of how much they weigh, when there is no air to slow them down. Gravity is the reason water flows smoothly downhill, finding the lowest, quietest place to rest in streams and oceans. Every raindrop that falls against your window is being guided softly down to the soil by the Earth's patient gravity. Even the smoke rising from a dying fire is shaped by gravity, as heavier, colder air sinks down, gently pushing the warm smoke up. A candle flame burns in a perfect upward teardrop shape because gravity pulls the heavier air downward around it. If you lit a candle, In the weightlessness of space, the flame would form a soft, blue, perfectly round halo. Gravity curves light. When the light from a distant star passes near the Sun, its path bends softly around the edge. This means the stars we see near the Sun during an eclipse are not exactly where they appear to be. They are shifted like objects underwater. Massive clusters of galaxies act like giant cosmic magnifying glasses, bending the light of older galaxies behind them into soft, glowing arcs. The center of gravity in a human body is located gently behind the navel, a quiet balancing point for all our movements. When you lie down to sleep, your center of gravity spreads out, relaxing into the mattress, finding perfect, effortless equilibrium. Plants know exactly which way is down because of specialized gravity-sensing cells in the very tips of their tender roots. These tiny cells contain heavy starch grains that settle at the bottom, telling the seed which way to quietly grow into the dark soil. The stems of plants grow away from the pull of gravity, reaching slowly and up toward the sunlight. Gravity is a conservative force. It never wastes energy and it never tires. It simply exists, holding the world in place. We measure gravity in a unit called G-force. Right now, lying in your bed, you are experiencing exactly 1 comforting G. In an airplane, as it gently banks and turns, you might feel slightly heavier as gravity and motion blend softly together. Our Sun contains over 99% of all the mass in the solar system, making its gravitational voice the loudest and most guiding of all. The outer planets, like Neptune and Uranus, move incredibly slowly through their orbits because the Sun's gravitational whisper is fainter out there in the cold. Pluto takes 248 years to complete a single, slow orbit, drifting quietly in the twilight of the solar system. Gravity prevents the Earth from spinning too fast, keeping our days at a steady, predictable 24 hours of waking and sleeping. Over millions of years, the friction from the ocean tides, pulled by the Moon's gravity, is very slowly lengthening our days. Billions of years ago, a day on Earth lasted only 6 hours, spinning quickly under a closer, much larger-looking moon. Today, the day is perfectly paced for us. Long enough to live and long enough to peacefully rest. The concept of up and down only exists because of gravity. Without it, every direction is the same, in an endless sea of stars. Gravity gives us a profound sense of grounding. It reminds us that we belong exactly here, on this warm, blue sphere. Even the delicate rings of Saturn are held perfectly in place by the gentle, balancing pull of the giant planet and its many tiny moons. The rings are made of billions of small, icy particles, each one orbiting in its own private gravitational groove. Some of Saturn's moons act as shepherd moons, using their soft gravity to gently herd the ice particles, keeping the rings perfectly neat and sharp. Everything in the universe is in a constant, beautiful state of falling toward the Sun, falling toward the center of the galaxy, falling through time. But we do not feel the speed of this great cosmic fall. We only feel the gentle stillness of the Earth supporting us. Gravity is the silent keeper of the universe, ensuring that everything remains connected, balanced, and perfectly at peace. And so we have reached the end of our journey through the quiet universe. Gentle reminders of the forces that hold us together. Your mind is calm and your body is heavy. The earth continues to turn slowly and silently in the dark. You are held safe by the very same gravity that guides the stars and soothes the oceans. It is time to let go completely. Sink deeper into your bed. Let the warmth of your blankets cover you like the velvet fabric of space. Every breath you take is a slow, rhythmic tide in and out, deep and peaceful. There is nothing left to think about. There is no need to understand the vastness of the cosmos. There is only rest. The universe will keep spinning while you sleep. The moon will keep dancing, and the sun will quietly wait for the morning. But for now, there is only the quiet dark. Let the gentle pull of gravity cradle you into the deepest, most restorative sleep. Feel the heaviness in your eyelids. Feel the softness in your hands. You are safe. You are comfortable. You are entirely ready to dream. Good night. Sleep well.